Okay, hi. We are live. Jennifer Shampoo from Studio Shampoo. It's May 11th, and I'm just coming on to say we have brand new sky colors that just came in. I was away for a couple of days, gallivanting around Los Angeles, getting my son moved into his new apartment, and I came back to, I think, 12 boxes, Colette?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Colette's right behind me. Look at this adorable thing. Say hi, Colette. I took her jacket because I was cold and she was hot, but she made this. Isn't this adorable? And it goes with Sky. So anyway, we came back and we had, how many boxes of the bolts, Colette?
Probably 5.
5 boxes of the bolts. It's the brand new fabric. So I was just going to open it live and show you guys what the bolts look like, because we have not seen this. I've been in meetings all morning and I ran out. I'm like, it's noon, we got to go live. So this is very impromptu and big reveal. So this is Earth Reflections, and the cool thing about the 16 new colors is they have this dark selvage. Can you see this, Colette?
Yeah, looks good.
Okay, so the selvage is dark. It's got Sky by Jennifer Shampoo, Earth Reflections, and this is Flame. And it says the color number 101. And just look how beautiful this has come out. So you will get these bolts in your shop, or if you order from us with yardage, you'll be getting the fabric in this form. So that's Flame, super bright. It's like that idea of sunspots coming off the sun, or we've got the flame in a crackling fire. And so that's Flame. Woohoo! Then we've got, what color is this? This is peony. No, this is pomegranate. Pomegranate. You want to pull that side?
Yeah.
So pomegranate, look at this. I love this color. This is like a pomegranate, and I eat lots of pomegranates when they are in season. And every fabric in the new colors, there's 16 new colors, every fabric is a unique design. So this is what we've got. Woo! Throwing them around. And then Colette, you can see if there's any questions, because I've got the camera flipped around so I can't see if you guys are asking any questions, but ask questions.
People love Flame.
Oh, they love, thank you. And then here's the pomegranate. It's so fun to see the yardage. What are these? I think 10 or 15 yard bolts, but check this out. And I don't even know if the camera can kind of take in all the intensity of the pomegranate. No, this is peony. Oh no, this is pomegranate. This is pomegranate. Then I gotta find peony. Peony's gotta be right around here somewhere. And here we go with that color. Okay, and then here is the peony. Okay, this is lighter than the pomegranate. So this is where you will have your fabric. It'll be labeled on the side for you, and you won't have to write it on the selvage, which I love that. We tried to do that with the first collection, but it was one design in 30 colors, so we couldn't. And so we, live and learn. And here is peony. What my favorite thing about peony is of course the color of peonies in my garden, but I love how, when you have the center of a peony, you have a hit of this gorgeous warm yellow orange, and the texture is really, really beautiful.
That's one of my favorites.
That's one of Colette's favorites. Yeah, it's and the fabric it's a combed cotton. It's beautifully, it's very usable for garments because it drapes so nicely, and it works beautifully in the quilting. So that's peony.
I got aloe out for you.
Oh, good. Thank you, dear.
Show the cool light ones.
Thank you. Okay, so here's aloe. We got aloe, and when you open it up, this is based on my plants. I have a lot of succulents in my garden here in California, and the succulents are always stopping me in my tracks. The way the colors will fan out from the middle of a plant. Can you see that?
We have a question of who manufactures your fabrics.
Robert Kaufman. Robert Kaufman manufactures all my fabrics. They're in Los Angeles. And this is all digitally printed. So the nice thing about having something digitally printed is you get all this color. So one of my favorite things about the aloe is you get these little bits of purpley green and bits of peach and pink. That this really, if you have a succulent in your house or you collect them in your garden, take a look at them. And when you buy this fabric, you'll be like amazed at how well this concept is translated. This is another favorite color.
Someone wants to know if the live will be available later to watch. Which
Yes. So how does that work again?
We'll save the video and it'll go onto your Instagram grid. Right.
So the video gets saved. It goes on the Instagram grid. I don't think the questions are saved. I think just the video itself. And so I'm doing every Wednesday. And today is just me saying hello. We got all the fabrics in. Colette's going to start shipping our orders today. We got a lot of pre-orders in, which was, fantastic. And but the point of these next multiple Wednesdays is to take you through, is this close enough? To take you through the lookbook, and I'm interviewing different makers who contributed to the Sky Ombre lookbook. So, for instance, we now have 46 colors in the collection, 16 new, 30 original, and it is a Order with Confidence product through Robert Kaufman, and they also have some great deals and sales and bundles if you are a wholesaler and you talk to your sales rep. But here's an image of what the original art looked like. So when I was painting it with pastels, I would go through and do each piece individually. But the lookbook goes through all the colors in the collection, and then I'll be interviewing everyone who wants to be interviewed, who's worked on like the Sky Log Cabin, for instance. I did the color work, and my dear friend Jolene did the sewing. So it'll be fun. We'll have a back and forth. It's a good time for you to ask questions about structure or construction or color work, and how we quilted it, how we did the border. So each thing that we go through, here's Michelle Wyman, and she did this wonderful Aura quilt, which is based on an Allison Glass pattern. And we have these kits in our shop. If you're a store, you can also kit them too. It's just a great way to show people what they can make with Sky. And there's finger paints. That's one of my favorite quilts done by Laura Lowen. And here's Verushka Zarati. Here is Mandy Purcell. And then I've got Marcella Ostenfeld made 2 pieces. She did this great little t-shirt with some of the, the Essex, the Essex linen on the back and the ombre on the front. And then an everyday piece tote that she made that is a free pattern on her website. It's marcellaostenfeld.com. And then we're also interviewing Malka Dabrowski. She did this wonderful Hope quilt. It's HOPE, and all these patterns are for sale from the designers. And some of them are my patterns, but again, I have like the tote bags my pattern.
Someone just asked if you have the table runner in the new colors. So maybe we could flip to that page again.
Yes.
I could grab it.
So, and do we have that? Sure. So here's the table runner. And actually it's perfect I can talk about this. So thank you for asking, because this is the new colors. We have pistachio, desert green, and aloe on this side. And then the other side is peony, pomegranate, and slate. So the slate is the gray center. And this is a great thing to kit, especially if you've never worked with these ombres before. It's a way for you to dive in without too much of a commitment. It's a great class to teach. You can teach it to your guild. You can have me come teach it. You can teach it to your shop. And I do have an online, thank you, Colette. You want to hold that up? I do have an online learning platform called Creative Spark, which is a part of C&T Publishing. It's Creative Spark at ctpub.com. But here is the whole enchilada. Here's the beautiful, beautiful piece. That's just 3 fabrics on this side, and it's 3 fabrics on that side, right? Great table runner, packs a punch. One side gets dirty, you flip it over to the other side. And I also teach in my online class how to do this matchstick quilting. And then you finish it like a textile versus a quilt. It's an envelope finish. So there is no binding. It's just flipped, stitched, and turned around. What else do we have?
Someone asked if we have fat quarters, but we have
Oh
half
yeah,
yard.
right. So fat quarters don't work in this collection, and the reason is because it is new color is a full range ombre. So if you did a fat quarter, you wouldn't get the full range ombre. So we sell them by the half yard. See that? This is called, I believe this is grass.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is grass. And when you get a half yard cut, it's 18 inches, right? So it's 18 inches from here to here. And then when you open it up, you have the full ombre range. I suppose if you wanted as a wholesaler, or if you want to do quarter yard cuts, you still have to go the full length of the fabric. You'd go 9 inches in, cut all the way, so you have a 9-inch strip, which is a quarter yard. We got these in. These are so pretty. They're coveted. They're selling out fast. And we already have ordered, I think, are we on our third?
Yeah.
Because we did a lot of pre-selling. So I think we're on our third order of getting this bundle. And this is all 16 new colors. You can't see the beauty because it's all folded in on itself. But when you open it up, it's the Sky Have to Have It bundle. And a lot of the projects in the lookbook are made using that and maybe a couple of other fabrics, or maybe you don't use all the fabrics, like maybe taking out one color.
You also got the coordinates back there.
Oh, and the coordinates, yes. So for this cover quilt, it is the coordinates, right? I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the chalk and charcoal coordinates. And so this is my chalk and charcoal collection. And because I do both collections, it's easy for me to make them work together. That's how I design, is that a lot of my groups, actually all my groups that are in print now, all blend and work together. So the fun thing about these two is this is just a texture print. So if you see close up, I think you guys know this is my chalk and charcoal texture print. Can you see that? Okay. So that's the chalk and charcoal of the colors of, I think there's over 100 colors now. And so I just chose 20 of them. And these are fat quarter pieces because it's the same fabric from selvage to selvage. And they're great blended together. What else? We have roll-ups, but I don't think we've gotten the bulk of roll-ups in.
Maybe today.
Maybe today. Yeah. Maybe today. So these, I mean, do people want me to go through all the colors? Or we've got 16, or you could just look online.
Yeah, we should.
What's some other favorite colors?
Amethyst.
Amethyst. This is amethyst. And what have you guys been making? What have you been making with Sky? What are you gonna make? Does anyone have a pattern out there that maybe I haven't seen that you definitely want to use with the new sky. Because if you do, let me know, and we could do like a cross promotion, which would be super fun, especially if you're a pattern maker and you're selling patterns. I know we're sending some fabric to Latifa. We just connected with Latifa Safir, and we're going to be sending her some of the new fabric because she's got ideas. She's got ideas of what she wants to make. This is Amethyst, and look at how beautiful this is. I mean, I wouldn't traditionally call myself a purple person, but this is stunning. And why I love it is because I'm not a mid-tone purple person. I can't do that. It's too much if I were to every day, but I would totally make a garment in this, a top, because you get the whole range where you get the deep, moody, rich, dark midnight purple. And I think that's why I'm so jazzed about all these ombres, is because it's not one flat color in your face. There's so much artistry and texture and beauty within 1 yard of fabric.
Someone said they would like to see more of the colors.
Oh, good. Okay, well,
You,
I got all day.
Pistachio, because that's a good
Okay,
one.
and that's so pretty with the purple,
Yeah.
right? So when you think about like pomegranate, right, or pistachio or peony, like everything has green in it, right? So many of the colors that I was inspired by were plants and objects on the earth that are reflected into the sky, which is why it's called reflections. And so this, I mean, Colette and I, we both love this color.
One of my other favorites.
Right, Colette? Yeah. And what's so fun about this color is you go from this deep purpley brown, eggplant almost, right? Like maybe an older eggplant. Maybe one that's been sitting on the counter too long. And but it's pretty. It's still, the color's beautiful. And it crescendos through to this really strong, beautiful color. And it's like a pistachio, you know. Next time you chomping on some pistachios, take a look at those colors. Okay, that's pistachio.
Cardinal.
Okay, now I'm getting hot. Can I take? You want your jacket back? Here, look. You gotta see how cute it looks on Colette.
Yeah.
She crocheted this. It's all granny squares, right?
Yeah, just a bunch of squares.
Yeah. See how cute? It's so cute. Now it's starting to get hot. Now you cold? That's good.
Yeah.
Good
Here,
trade.
fold this up.
Okay,
Here's
thank
Cardinal.
you. So Cardinal, very rich. Cardinal saturated. I don't even think this Instagram live is going to be able to capture the intensity of this color. It's super saturated. It's really pretty. It's also like the color of poppies. And I'm not sure if you're getting backlit from my studio skylight here,
Looks pretty
but that is really yummy. It's not as strong of an ombre crescendo. It goes from a deep rich to kind of a mid-tone rich. But it has warm reds and cool reds. And this is where ombres are like a color teacher. They teach you, oh, you can put a cool red with a warm red. You can put this dark red with this bright yellow orange red. You know, the benefit of this collection is, yes, there's 46 SKUs, but there's at least 1,500 colors. 1,500 colors at least in these fabrics, because they are doing the work for you. So you don't have to cut them up small and sew them back together, or you can, but I like to use the fabrics and make them work for you. So big piecing quilts is really fun. Excuse me, I'm inhaling like some like dust from coming outside. There's a guy who's blowing, doing yard work. This is pearl, and pearl is a must-have because it's so quiet, it's so soft, it's like a freshwater pearl. And that's really the name of it, is a freshwater pearl. And this is the complement to opal. So opal in the first collection was a little more purpley, a little more pinky. And the pearl is warmer, creamier, and it is lighter. But this is a great background fabric too, or a backdrop. And if you see it close up, you can see it here. See all that different beautiful light texture going on in there. And then that's the lighter side. Okay, what haven't we shown them,
This is
Colette?
eggplant.
Did we not show? I think we showed eggplant.
We did pomegranate.
Oh, okay.
Eggplant.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
All right. Eggplant. I think I talked about eggplant then.
Yeah, we mentioned it.
Okay, so here's the eggplant. And this has probably the most change because it goes green to purple. So as you see, here's the one side and here's the other side. So if you are a shop, be sure that when you display the fabric, you either put some kind of holder up at the top, right? Let's see, how did I do this? I've got to go to here. So if you're displaying at the shop, you're going to turn it down. And I have this on my YouTube video, but you're going to turn it down and you're going to secure the bolt like that, so that when you put it into your cupboards and your shelves, that this is at a right angle. And that shows the customer who's ever walking in, and I'm kind of doing a sloppy job at it right now, but it'll show the customer what's really going on in that fabric. Because this is a beautiful, beautiful piece. And even within the fabric, you have all this other stuff happening in just this 1 yard. The repeats are about 24 inches. You know, every 24 inches, the fabric repeats itself. And these color gamms are suggestions of color. This is, and there's the whole span. So pretty. I actually can't decide what. I'm definitely making garments. I haven't decided because we haven't had this in. Yeah, we haven't had this in, so we're going to be very, very busy making stuff, more stuff.
I don't know if you want to do all of them.
Desert green. You guys still, anyone out there still watching? Because if they're still watching, I can still talk.
Yeah, we've got like 20 people.
20 people? Okay, that's cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Here's desert green, and this is based on what's going on in like Southern California when you go into Joshua Tree. And this is all the beautiful, luscious colors. And I gotta say, this middle area is really stunning. To go from the sandy red to the deep green. That's a big change in this particular piece. Desert green. And when I designed these, I was sure to not have overlaps. So the original sky perfectly complements and supports the new colors. We've got curry. I don't know if anyone keeps up with basketball, but I could have named this a lot of different colors, and I chose curry because I'm a bit of a Steph Curry fan. This is a beautiful color, and it is kind of like the color curry.
A good yellow curry.
A good yellow curry, right? So that's this right here, right? This is a really pretty yellow. It's so usable. Sometimes yellows aren't as usable because they're either maybe too bright or they're too acrid. This yellow, I think, will serve you in lots of different projects. I know recently I've had Patty Murphy do a class where she's teaching how using sky with big juicy florals like Okeefe's or Anna Maria Horner. There's so many great florals out there, and sky is a beautiful complement to those big juicy florals. It's really more than the sum of two fabrics. When you put the ombres with prints, it just transforms both of those fabrics into something new and fresh and exciting. This is Slate, and
I love Slate too.
yeah. Slate's got a little pink in there. It's got some taupe and even some purple. Slate is very, very, very useful color. It's a great basic. So that's Slate. And then I think we're getting close to the end.
Get into our warmer blender.
Yeah.
browns.
So now Colette's giving me
Chestnut.
the warmer colors, chestnut. So in, what's it, it's in the fall, I think. California chestnuts?
Yeah.
So in the fall, when you go walking in the woods, we have, it's not called a chestnut, it's actually called a buckeye. We call it in California a buckeye tree, but it makes these chestnuts, and maybe they call them buckeyes. I'm actually not quite sure, but if they're the same family, they're just different names depending on where you live. But when you open those pods, those green pods, and what's revealed is this beautiful shiny chestnut. And that's what this color is. It's warm, it's yummy, it's comforting, and you know, a lot of us live with wood in our house, in our homes, so these colors look really good in your home with other things that you might have and not really notice, like what color's your wood floor, or what color's your furniture, or if you buy vintage rugs. This is very much one of those beautiful colors that you find in all of those.
There's honey.
Honey. Who doesn't love honey? Hey, honey. So honey's a lighter version of curry, and it's a little warmer and not as green. So the curry has a bit of green to it. The honey is just a classic spun honey color of what comes right out of the beehive. So this is really useful, and it's got little spots of like brown and gray and some brick color. That's the honey, and I think the final one is bison, right?
Yep.
Okay. My arms are getting tired. I think I need a massage after this. Okay, so this is bison, and bison is exactly what it sounds like. You know when you see the buffalo or the bison in Wyoming, and they're grazing in the fields, if you take a closer look at their fur, their hides, they're really pretty because they go from very dark to this kind of sun-bleached brown. And that's what this is. And I'm always telling people you need more brown in your quilts. I know a lot of you are complaining, I don't like brown, I don't want to put brown in, but brown makes your quilts sing. It makes the other colors sing in the quilts. And I'm always talking about how great brown is. And Colette's an art student. What do you think of? What's your thing about brown?
I
Brown
love brown. It's very important.
Why? Do you know why?
Because it settles the other colors down, you know?
Oh, good. You hear that? Settles the other colors down. That's right. That's right. Yeah, so brown's a great color. You don't always notice it in any fine piece of art, you know, any landscape. Most landscapes definitely have lots of brown in them, or any kind of real life kind of painting.
We could show your landscapes.
Oh, right. Speaking of my landscapes, okay, so I just taught at in Santa Fe. Oh my God, this is so heavy. And we did quilts based on Georgia O'Keefe. And yeah, speaking of landscapes, Georgia O'Keefe, as many of you know, did a lot of florals, but she also did a lot of landscapes. She wasn't just about big, huge, juicy florals. So I use Sky, new colors. The new colors in Sky is this piece, which I did show this on my Instagram, but now you can see it like in the reel. And this is using all the new Sky colors cut up. But you can see I've got, this is pearl. And this is what happens when you cut the same pearl color and you just flip it and sew it. Here is some opal right here. So I'm showing you the use of pearl and opal and blush. See how pretty those three fabrics come together? And then I think this is maybe mist, and then this is peony.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this is
Pistachio.
Pistachio. Right, there's pistachio there. And actually, it's really supposed to be this way because it was based on the Bleeding Heart painting of Georgia O'Keeffe. And so that's piecing it up. This, which I also showed online, is just using 2 ombres. We've got, and this is the original ombres. This is Tornado, and I think, which one was this? Fog. Yeah, this is Fog.
And it's got a little bit of eggplant.
And a little bit of eggplant right down the center. Yeah, that's good. Thanks, Colette. So that's really just Tornado, Fog, a little strip of eggplant, and then if you added a flower, which I did for the Georgia O'Keeffe thing, you can applique this on top, and it's really pretty. And again, it's based on Georgia's work. We had such a good time. We had gone to the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum, and this is another piece I made inspired by Georgia O'Keeffe's. It's called Red Mountains, or Red Hills. It's called Red Hills. And this is, again, this is one piece. Will you grab the other side for a second, Colette, please? So this is the one ombre. This is one of the original reds, and then this is dawn, and this is still dawn. This is all dawn. This is evening. Oh, this is dawn too. So this whole area is all just from one fabric, dawn, and then the red, sunset, which is sunset, and then just a couple colors in there. But that is kind of showing you some ideas. I've been talking for a while now. So I'm going to end it here, but tune in every Wednesday, 12 p.m. California time, and we are going to have, I think, at least 5, maybe up to...
Maybe 7.
Maybe 7 or more, where we check in and we talk to the makers. So come with your questions next week. Feel free to email us at info@jennifersampu.com if you have any further questions. But thanks for tuning in. Bye.